Hello, everyone. Thank you for being watching this podcast, this informal podcast. I'm Bernardo. I'm the project coordinator for Cais Skins, and we are here at Telheiro. I can say brands, right? Probably yes. There is no problem. That is a restaurant in Aveiro, and this is the first dinner that we are having together within the Climate Friction project. Of course, the first transnational encounter of knowledge. How can I say, Roku? It's encounter of knowledge, of exchanging. Yes, that's it. Roku can explain it better than me. So, we have all of our guests here. Ricardo wasn't with us this beautiful day, but I will pass the mic into them later on. But I will ask my wonderful guests in Aveiro, what surprised you the most today in Aveiro, and what are you feeling about this transnational meeting? Domenico.
Well, I really enjoyed the city, and it looks like a place with a strong identity, I think. And I like those kind of places in which you feel that like people are proud to be there, to come from there. So this is probably the one I like the most. And but also like the landscape and what we saw. We had a boat trip that was really, I don't know, emotional. I don't know. I really enjoyed that. And actually, you were already in the restaurant, but even the sunset was stunning. And I think it's a really good place. And yeah, it's still pretty. I mean, people know that, and people are coming here as a tourist, but they should come probably more because it's like a really interesting place. And also, for example,
Please. Our food is arriving. You
yeah,
can tell.
it's basically like traditional food from Aveiro, so it's interesting also to show that in the podcast. Yeah, it's a place in which I wish I will come back soon, to be honest. And I'm pretty surprised. You already told me that it's a good place, and you're really proud of that. But I was not expecting such an interesting place. And also, like the tour we had with Antonio, he is like I don't know, he knows everything about Aveiro probably, and it was I mean. An honor for us to listen to his words. So yeah.
I'm agree with Domenico. I enjoyed really the Albeiro city. But I enjoyed also the fact that in the morning we were in the school, so we entered in contact with the young people that I think that are the most important part of our project, and we should involve both in Italy, Portugal, and Croatia young people for real, to be very, very active and involved in the social stuff and the climate stuff. I enjoyed the boat a lot because it was really, really relaxing, but also enjoyed the Sal place, and also to take a look for how many people works in order to make I don't want to say to make Alberio great again as they say, I mean to work for this place, and to give all their life for this place. I think that is really, really important. And yeah, of course, I enjoyed also Antonio, our guides, and yeah, I hope that also for tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the stuff can continue like this, and we will, of course, remain with good memories from Aveiro.
Thanks a lot. Hi, everybody. First of all, this is a great idea. This here to have a podcast while we are eating, and in order to do that, we should do it like on a monthly basis, just to relax ourselves, and then the mic would just be here, but we will just eating, you know. It's great, and we all have mics here, and we are just eating, you know. So it is going to be a good media product, you know, as a TV show or something. We can sell it. So about the Aveiro, Aveiro, yes, yeah. About the Aveiro, I think the thing that surprised me the most today was. The fact that the city has changed so much in the terms of industry, in the terms of economy, in the terms of demographic part that we heard today, but still it kept its own authentic thing, you know. It's changed so much, but still is the same thing with the same strong identity, as Domenico said. I'm really not sure what to tell you about what has struck me the most. Maybe it's just some idea that's flowing in the back of my mind. Uh, for example, I always think that the next big thing for some community is not what we think it is. For example, we always now look at one, just in one direction. I think that in the next, maybe not 10 years, but maybe in the next 50 years, the seaweed or this plant that we ate today and the salt silicoria will be a great thing. You know, you will have the energy, you will have the healthy food, you will have everything. That will be your main industrial. That's something that just crossed my mind. You know, something that is just like nothing today, but tomorrow will be something great. So yeah, that's these are some impressions from today.
So for me, I think that I was most impressed with the children that greeted us this morning. It was very nice to see them, and it was great to hear you speaking how they actually enjoyed the workshops you did with them. And I am actually looking forward to see how it worked with them and how they see this city and this notion of memory. For me today, the thought that crossed my mind constantly. I think the most was actually how we need to push, or I would actually say, give place to new traditions. I know that it's kind of very hard and it's very easy to stay in the same place and say this is stupid or we don't like that or it's too corny or whatever, but it's not for us in the end. It's for the next generation that is coming, and we need to kind of find a way to say this is working and it can work with the old tradition in the same way. So yeah, I'm just thinking about this a lot and thinking how you can implement this into also this memory project, that of course the memories are very important and we need to preserve them, but we also need to make space for the new ones.
Thank you very much, Rocco. I was thinking in one thing that you said right now, that it was the ideas are floating. So, my next question will be something like this. While you were all speaking, I was thinking that we should think in terms of next projects. So, for instance, I'm about the salt pans. I believe that it's a really old tradition that it's not being kept for the next generations, which means we don't see younger people to put their hands on the work and to make salt. Uh, and one idea for one project that we could do together, or everyone who is watching this right now, is imagine if in Aveiro we put young people to make salt. In your, I will ask you for one activity that you should do in your region, of course, and also if you can very quickly say one other idea for another project.
Well, as I already mentioned in the mentoring session, I mean, I'm talking as an Italian. Italy is full of old people, so it's like probably the best place to have a like intergenerational connection. And one of these activities that we is losing is definitely the tomato sauce tradition that I mentioned in the mentoring session. Yeah, because it was something that it was definitely part of the childhood of every of our parents. I think it's the same also for Simone. But it's something that is no longer done. It's something that probably some people younger than me doesn't even know. So I think I will definitely start from that. That would be interesting.
Simone, I believe it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. I think that we have also another tradition in our region that is the wine production and also oil production. That I felt today that is like very very I don't know similar compared to salt because the men just work from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. right? Uh, and also in our region there are a lot of people that works very very hard. My family too. I took my personal experience in order to make wine and to make oil. And young people don't give a fuck about this. So they don't know how also to produce, and also they want also to become all manager, all agent, all they want like to change completely their life. So I think that for the next project we should like discover this type of tradition. For you maybe can be the salt, for us can be the tomato salsa and the wine, for Croatia another type of tradition, and try to uh, say to young people that okay, the world can't be only focus and build with the manager, agent, and so on, but also with our traditional stuff.
We right now have salt, we have tomato sauce, we have olive oil. What can Croatia make?
Okay,
All of those.
all of those, yeah. Yeah, we're somewhere in between. But yeah, I agree with Simona totally that young people are not that interested in old traditions, of course, because they are not so appealing for them. In on the other side, they all want to be managers and they all want to make big money and everything. I think maybe our role in some future project should be how can we convince them that also there is something exciting in this kind of tradition, that you don't have to stick just with the tradition. You can make the tradition in something that you can make money out of it. You know, if if we manage to do that, if we manage to convince them, for example, students from some high school that deals with tourism, with cooking schools and everything, and then maybe they will have the opportunity and they will be motivated to do something like that. But it has to be a really high quality product in order to for them to be successful, to make money out of it. When you talked about your products, I will start just by saying something that I noticed today when we arrived in Aveiro, and I told Tena right away, with something that, for example, Croatia doesn't have that much. For example, when we talk about traditional food in Croatia, if you want to eat traditional food in Croatia, you will come to the restaurant and you will all order some traditional dish, and it's fine. You will find some traditional dishes. But street food, if you want to grab something on the street, like the snack or something, you will not find anything traditional, and you will just find something similar to I don't know, something that you can buy in a supermarket or in McDonald's. Really basic stuff like donut, but really basic donut. You know, It's not something that is connected with any kind of tradition. So what we need in Croatia, where we're talking about the touristic offer and about the tradition, we should learn maybe from you even, because you are much better in this part than we are, how to make those dishes in a small snacks. That was just my idea, you know, how to make it more appealing in order when you don't have money or the time. You're a young person, you don't have money or the time to have a dinner in a fancy restaurant or something like that, or but you want to try something out of that country. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Does it make any sense? But
So I was thinking more in line with your idea. I think we need to be more intergenerational. This is something that it's very interesting to see when you go to Asian countries. How you still have respect for older generations, and they are thought of as an important integral part of the family. I don't think we have this anymore in our countries, especially not in Croatia, for sure. We have these basic families that are very nuclear, and everything else is like old people home or things like that. And I think that we need to find a way how to change that. I have seen some projects in Sweden and different countries that they do with combining like students living with older persons to kind of help out, but this actually becomes very beautiful friendships. And I was thinking like next year I'm actually doing film workshops in old persons' homes, and it would actually be very interesting to have film workshops where you connect younger generations with older generations and how it would function, because believe it or not, I think they have interest in very similar topics, and it would be really interesting to see how it could all function on set, thinking and developing a film idea together.
So I don't know how much time we have. Yeah, it's a bit long, but I will try something because Ricardo wasn't with us during the day. He was working in a real job, like Rocco said. Kidding. He was kidding. So Ricardo, I will pass the mic on to you to give us a surprise. A surprise. I'm forgetting the word right now. Not answer a question. Sorry. A surprise question for our beloved partners from Aveiro, from the project, from whatever you want.
So that was actually a surprising question for me as well. So first of all, thank you for being here. I'm sorry not to be with you today and probably tomorrow as well during the day. Nevertheless, it's for me. It's really fulfill. It's a really fulfillment for me to being able to watch you here and be able to see that there are other people, other associations, other groups that, as we talked last time, have kind of the same values, the same questions, the same problems. So one thing that I would like to ask to you is, what is that one thing? Uh, maybe you'll answer that in the end of our 4 days probably. But the question I would like to ask to you is, for you, what is the thing that is most similar for you here in Aveiro, comparing to your towns, your region? Uh, what thing you'd like to take from here to there, to your towns, and what thing you think you could bring from there to here? So, how can Aveiro help you? How can you help Aveiro? And what similarities you see between us and your places? And that is my surprising question. That surprised me as well.
It's a difficult but nice question.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice question, also surprising and difficult to answer. But I think I no, but I think I have an answer. What I think is similar, apart from the bright sunny days, is what basically what I was saying before. I mean, I come from a place that is full of people that are proud to come from there, but it's something that we are losing. So basically, I can see here the same proudness that people in my city had like 15, 20 years ago, and that now people are losing. So this is something I would bring home. So like being proud of your country, being able to share what you know about your country, your city, to your friends, to your like whoever, colleagues and whatever. Something that probably I can bring to Aveiro is
Tomato sauce.
yeah, okay, it can be no no, it can be probably the way the good tourism. So for example, the ways to make people, I mean, here is great, but there are probably some things that can be improved for being appreciated by foreigners and people that comes here on vacation or whatever. So it can probably be this is what came up in my mind. But thank you for this question, because I will think about that also later. I will probably give you a better answer in the next days.
Okay. Simone, your turn.
Okay, so it's really difficult. I think that I don't have an answer now, and I want just to think about this. That is a really an important answer. But I really like the fact that all the people that we met today for the mentorization, they really stay in the topic, you know. So I don't know if we just use like just some you say like something to them to traumatize them, but I mean I'm sure that is not. But they just are really interested to talk, to share, to to stay with the other people, and I think that in Italy right now miss this, you know. So I can't answer to your question, but I will answer. I promise. I think that's the last day.
On Sunday, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, just quickly, I will answer partly. I really don't know right now what could I bring to Aveiro from Zadar. I'm not sure right now. From Croatia. When it comes to okay, you can tell me. You can tell me. Okay, you can tell me. You can tell me. I'm really interesting to hear about it. When we talk about, I would stick with this thing that I said before about what can be replicated from Aveiro to Zadar. That would be this kind of keeping your identity in the small things, you know, like in food, in something like that, in this kind of art, you know. It's something that we lack there.
And actually, the bricks are a part of Aveiro,
Okay, fine. I mean, come on. Yeah, it's enough. Yeah. and and the thing that is the same, the two things that are the same, exactly the same, are the real estate prices for young people. That is something that we talked about today. It is absolutely disastrous that you can afford to rent, to buy an apartment as a young person. It's strange, it's sad, but it's like that everywhere. And the another thing is the traffic jam. It's everywhere is the same. Too much cars during the 5 p.m., 4 p.m. It's crazy, you know. Even in the city that is not that big, like Zadar and Aveiro, it's still traffic jam. It's still unbelievably crazy with the parking, with everything. So, yeah.
So since I live in Zagreb, I have a little bit different situation. Well, it's the same but different. We have a lot of traffic jams, I think worse than this. And the prices, of course, and everything else. But what I find most interesting and would like to bring to Zagreb more is actually your exchange that you have with schools. This is something in Zagreb, it's almost impossible. My connections with schools are mostly through friendships and people that I personally know, and then with them I organize programs that they bring their children to our programs. But otherwise it wouldn't work. And I hate this personal note that I have to have with something or someone to actually be able to have some kind of connection with school. So this is something I really want to work more with, and this is something that I would like to take from here the most. When we are talking about the similarities, I think that there is a lot of similarities and a lot of differences, even in the similarities. So I don't know. This is something like everything that we have, you already have.
So I believe that's it for today. Now we are starving actually because we had a long, long day. And now let's eat. Bye bye and see you tomorrow.